hiding? Maybe you're gone. So for their lunch veggies, which is, they just have one portion of veggies every day. I don't bother splitting it into two, just because they don't really demand it and they have enough hay and things like that in the day, so they're fine. But anyway, the veggies that they normally have is a mixture of this, but it does change every week and alternate days as well. So for the main part of their diet, they have this no, it's not McCain. I always get it wrong what it's called. I'll have to put it on the screen, but it's basically it's a brand of salad mix, and I just get it this way just because I find it so much easier than cutting it all up and washing it and everything like that. So this is all pre-done and is all safe just to eat straight away. So that is a mixture of radicchio. It's also got lamb's lettuce in it and frisée, I believe. So they're all fine for guinea pigs and generally all low in calcium, so that's always a good benefit. Then they always have an eighth of a pepper. Well, normally it's about a quarter for all three of them, or a little bit over that, but they have that every single day, and they either have like a green or red or yellow, depending on what I'm kind of like, what's the last one left and everything. So if I've got spare left over, they'll have that. And yes, they have that, and then occasionally they have carrot, which is today they've had half of a carrot between the three of them, and it's just cut up into strips. And then some days they'll have green beans, and some days they'll have cucumber, but not too much of it because it can bloat them. I'm trying to think what else. They don't really like tomatoes, so I don't bother with those, and also you have to be careful with tomatoes because they're quite high in acid, so you can't feed too much of them. But generally they're very happy with what they get here, and I don't feed them kale and spinach very often just because it's so high in calcium, but they absolutely adore it. So I do it probably at most once a month. I give them kale and spinach. It's probably more like every couple of months really, just because I don't like to overfeed it because it's so high in calcium, and also it can bloat them because it's such a dark green. So that's really what they get on a daily basis for their veggies. So we shall see you a little bit later on because all their hay is all stocked up still from earlier, and we'll see you a bit later on when I'll refill their hay again. So I'm back in the afternoon and it's about 4 o'clock, so I've come to check on the girls, but also coming to spend some time in my room anyway. And they've got enough hay for now, so I won't have to refill it, will I? Clara? Hey, I won't have to refill it. Oh, I'll get kisses. But anyway, so I won't refill it for now, but I'll check in later and see how they are. Miss Arabella's coming down here. Here we go. Anyway, they're coming to eat their hay anyway, and they've not really eaten many of their nuggets. At the moment they're on a mix of the Oxford, I guess, so we're just seeing how that goes. And yeah, so here they are, just being their normal little selves. Miss Daphne's eating, and these two, I don't know what are doing. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey? Can I get kisses? Oh, thank you. That's very nice. That's very nice. See, Arabella? Oh, I'm getting kisses as well for Arabella. Either I taste really nice today, or they're just being extra loving. Okay, so it's now about 5 o'clock, so it's been an hour, and I'm actually going to change their water out now, and I do this every day around this time. And I'm probably going to fill up their hay a bit more as well and give them a new pile to play in because they've obviously eaten a lot of it. And yes, this is what the cage looks about an hour later. Fortunately, I think really it does help having a kitchen area because, as you can see, the girls really hardly poop on the actual fleece anymore, so it's really useful. And I mean, of course there are some poops because they do like to go on there as well, but it's so much more hygienic and easier. So I just clean out the Carefresh every couple of days, and it makes life so much simpler and easier with the fleece. Okay, so I'm gonna just remove the bottles and then I'll fill those up, but then I'll also, just before I fill those up, I'll put the fresh hay in. So I just store my hay under here. Sorry about all the mess. This is the reality of having a lot of hay. And then I just, basically I buy these big bales of 10.5 kilos, I believe they are, from Hay for Pets. And I find they're really, really economical, but also the girls absolutely love this hay. So this is the Ings type, but all I do is literally just take a bunch. A bit harder with one hand. That's all I do, isn't it, Arabella? Yeah. Let's give them a good pile. And then they will all go to it. And now I'll just fill up their bottles, which are just there, and we'll put them back. And look, they're going under. Daphne loves to go under, and this is why I love hay piles now for them. They just absolutely adore them, and it gives them something interesting to do. So there you go. So both of the water bottles are now back in, and they're all nice and clean and all filled up to the top. So I do recommend actually having 2 water bottles for more than 1 guinea pig, because I think that it's a lot better. So in case they do end up drinking a lot, because sometimes they do go through water really fast in one day, and it means that your guinea pig will never run out of water. So I do recommend that. Plus also, if you've got a dominant pig and it's guarding, you want to have more than 1 water supply. So we've got Arabella over there. So it's getting a bit darker outside, and the lights are actually on outside, just so you know. But we will probably come back in a couple of hours. I will probably close the curtains now, because now it's getting a bit darker, and also it's getting a bit cooler. I do worry about that they're right by a window, and we are actually hopefully moving soon in the next couple of months, and where my room will be and where they will be in my room, because we've already found a house, the area that they'll be in my room will not be by a window, so it's going to be so much better, and I can't wait to not have to hurl over, basically, like completely lean over this cage and close the curtains, because it's an absolute nightmare. So, but I do it just to make them warmer, and because I don't want them to get a chill, and also it just makes it a bit cozier at night. So, and also for me, because I am sleeping here, I don't like it to be light. But anyway, enough of me waffling. I'll speak to you, I'll see you in a couple of hours really, but it'll only be a few minutes for you. And then we'll probably feed them the last bit of hay and probably a nightly treat. Okay, so it's about 8:20, I believe, in the evening. And this is the first time I've checked on the girls since you last saw, so they seem to be fine, and all the hay is topped up. So I do suggest, if you have guinea pigs, to always check multiple times a day for their hay levels and everything, because obviously it is 80% of their diet, and it's so important that they've got it at all times. So the girls are just enjoying their hay at the moment, and I will pop back a bit later and give them their nightly treat. Okay, so it's now a little bit later, and it's about 10 o'clock at night, and I'm going to give them their nightly treats. So this is where I store all of their treats and everything, but we do also have their forage, which is in this tin, this kind of plastic tub. So I might give them that, or I might just give them some single kind of treats. But my girls aren't too big on biscuit type, so they're not too bothered about these Oxbow ones, but I think you can probably hear them weeping. Are you getting excited because you know it's treat time? Yeah? Okay, so I think I'm going to give them some... Maybe I will give you forage, I'm not sure. What would you like? You haven't had forage in a bit. Hey? What would you like? What would you like? Hey, Miss Daphne at the end. Should we give you some forage? Or should we give you separate treats? I think we might give them this oat mix, which you shouldn't feed all the time, because obviously oats are quite high in fat and everything, but I give them kind of like a little bit each. So here we go. There's your bit. Hang on, I'll get you yours as well. Daphne, Daphne, there you go. So just give them a little bit each, and Arabella will want some. There you go. And there we go. So they're all having their little nightly treat, and that's about it. So in the day, that's all they get, and I will top the hay up a bit later if I'm still awake and if it's necessary, but to be honest, by the looks of it, it looks kind of like it's an alright level at the moment, so I'll probably leave it at that. But thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed seeing the girls a little bit more and seeing what they eat. So thank you again, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!